let's take a look at this example here, and it's going to add on a little bit of a wrinkle to our normal decomposition where we only had positive numbers. Now, this might be your first time watching a video like this, and so we're going to go through the general decomposition process, but this one does have a wrinkle where we have a negative number in there, and it's not all positives. So, first thing that we need to do, step one, is we need to multiply our A and C values together. Now, A and C are 1 and -8, therefore the value is -8. Second step, we have to find our pairs of factors of -8. We could write them all down like this here, okay? And that gives us all of them. Now, because it's negative, we know that one of our factors has to be a negative and one has to be a positive. So I put the negatives first and then the positives second. Doesn't really matter. Multiplying works both ways. We have to now find, so that was step 2, is to come up with the pairs of factors. Step 3 is to take a look at which pair of factors will add to our B value. Now we're going to notice that our B value is a positive. So the positive value of one of the factors will have to be positive, the big value will have to be positive, and the small value will have to be negative. Therefore, -4 and 2 or -8 and 1 would be out. We're not going to include those. -2 and +4, when we add together, will give us +2. So there is our pair, and we can use that for this example here. Now we decompose. So we decompose our middle term, we take it apart. It goes from +2 to -2 and +4, which add together to get -2. And again, we can do this every single time. So our next step is to factor out a greatest common factor from our two terms. Okay. First two terms, x and -2x, we can take an x out, and we're going to get x minus 2 as a result. The second two, we have 4x and -8. We can take a 4 out of here, and that will give us x minus 2 as well inside the brackets. Very important that we always have the same thing inside our brackets. The factor we're taking out will be something different. Our answer then is x minus 2, which is our first factor, and x plus 4, which are the greatest common factors that we pulled out of there. Something that you may notice, and this is where a little bit of logical reasoning comes in, if you've seen multiple of my videos or you may have done multiple of these questions, using decomposition when a equals 1 is a bit of a long stretch. The first part is important. We're looking for factors of -8, which is our C value, which add up to 2, but the factors that we find are going to end up being inside the brackets. So in this case, we found -2 and +4 as our factors. They add to +2, and they are the factors in, or they are part of the factors in our answer, x minus 2 and x plus 4. Anytime that a equals 1, you can use this as a simplified method in order to come up with your factors. You can do it really quickly. As soon as the a value does not equal 1, the logical reasoning portion becomes a little bit tougher.